So you were the mayor of Clover, South Carolina, and was that the time when Nikki Haley was governor of South Carolina?
The first part of it.
And what is it then, as someone who served when she served, that has you out here for Trump and not for Haley?
Well, because I think with as screwed up as our country is right now, it's going to take somebody that gets things done outside the normal realm of politics. Haley was a decent governor, but she followed all the straight lines and did everything exactly by the book. I don't think we're going to be able to do that and straighten our country out, especially with the border issues that we have.
Yeah, talk about what straightening the country out means to you, and tell me where it needs some straightening.
Well, straightening the country out to me, for the first thing and probably most important thing would be to get the border closed. And we got folks in this country that need some of the jobs that some of the Latinos and the Mexicans are taking. And they're not just coming from there; they're coming from China and some of the other countries that worry me even more. We see a lot of Latinos and folks that cross the border here too. They don't just stay around the border states. We see lots of them here, and a lot of them are looking for jobs. There's a lot of them that work farms and things of that nature that have been here a long time, even though some of them are illegal, that make good workers. But they have a different attitude on the quality of life too. It amazed me when I was a mayor and was associated with a lot of them that just happened to live in our town, that they think it's all right to get drunk and walk around with a bottle of liquor on Saturday night. And when they got locked up once or twice for that, they were surprised.
Not the point or the fact that he was the mayor. It's the fact that he's willing to say how racist he is out loud on camera.
Like I say, a lot of them, they're hard workers. Most of them are hard workers because that's all they've ever known. I got a lot of good friends that just happen to be Latinos that came here legally. And that's what they need to do. It's not fair to the people who've waited years in line to get here to sneak across the border or hire somebody to get across the border. I mean, where would the country be if that was the only way to get here?
If Donald Trump you're a man of the law and you were mayor of Clover, if he is indicted by a jury of 12 people on any of these 91 counts, would that challenge your support of him at all?
No, the only thing that would challenge my support for him would be if he was disqualified because of a conviction, of course, then I'd have to look somewhere else.
This is what it means to be American, more particular or more specifically, what it means to be white American. And as I move around this country, literally on this bus, I'm moving around this country, I see it more and more.
What do you think about woke culture? It's what everyone's talking about.
I think it's a bunch of crap. They're trying to change what our children think in the schools.
What would you like to see happen?
I'd like to get back like it was in the 60s.
Before all the civil rights stuff?
Before all the civil rights stuff.
So you would like to see things go back to before the civil rights movement?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You know, where people have their freedom in this country.
Well, certain groups didn't have as much at the time, right?
Right. They didn't have as much at the time. But we still got to get back where this country stands up for this country.
If they were Republican voters, they'd be stopped.
The Latinas at the border?
Yeah, I think. And I think 4,000 Latinas coming in less than a month before the midterm elections. It didn't just happen. It wasn't a grassroots overnight decision. I mean, it took some planning and somebody's behind it.
What would solve the whole thing in the border if they would just start shooting? Only shoot a couple and they would go home.
You think deterrence would work?
If they would shoot.
I really feel like if the people from Mexico would come here and emerge into the American culture, but I see it, they want to make America part of Mexico. And I'm opposed to that.
Would you rather have the black president or the white president who got $1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now.
White people willing to sacrifice their neighbors that don't look like them for Trump. A grifter, professional grifter, who's taking and manipulating most of them to give money and donate money. I'm reminded more and more how slavery lasted so long, how Jim Crow was a thing in this country. America is racist because of her people. The idea that people are willing to sit and go along with Donald Trump BS. And this gentleman just said, we need somebody that's not straight-laced to go against the lines. Meaning, break the law. Break the law. They will justify Trump being a thug, a gangster, and a criminal because it's for whiteness, the betterment of whiteness. They're okay with it. What they're not okay with, though, is the fact that he lost an election. What they're not okay with is that he's not good for democracy. What they're not okay with is that they don't give a damn about our Constitution, and they show it every time they get in front of a camera or they speak at all. I'm Mondale Robinson. Don't be racist like Trump supporters.